Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Comfort Francis, and today we're talking about the power of music in the early years. While we're waiting for a guest to join us, we would. So while we're waiting for a guest to join us, let's talk the about music. Let's just talk about music. I mean, like music, I think music is very soothing. I think music plays a very huge role in a child's life. But I mean, tonight we're going to know if it actually does or not. Oh, yes, our guest is here already. So please join us. So, hello, good
Hi,
evening.
good evening.
It's so nice to have you on here.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
Thank you very much. I'm fine, thank you. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, thank you. Okay, so thank you so much for joining us here today. Can you please tell us about yourself? What is your name? And what do you...
Okay, thank you. So, my name is Alake Oluwatoyin, and I'm a mother of one. I'm an accountant, and I am a music minister.
Okay, okay. So, first question today we'll be talking about the power of music in early years of
Okay,
child. So, the first question I have here is: how has music been a part of your motherhood journey?
okay. Thank you very much. So, for me, like I said earlier, I'm a music minister, so obviously I love music. Like I do music every now and then. So um I remember when I was pregnant, when you get to your third trimester, there's a kind of exercise they will tell you to do
Okay.
so that for easy labor and all of that. So I find music soothing for me then to aid my exercise life. You know, I use it to do my daily routine exercise. Sometimes I even listen to it to calm myself because sometimes it can be a lot. Like when you're getting to the peak of, giving birth and all of that. So emotional stress, mental stress, everything just, you are dealing with a lot. And the fact that you have one tiny small human growing inside of you. So I use music personally to, calm myself. And I also use it for exercise. So I think it was a really great part of me then. It really helped me.
That's not. So you're saying that music can be soothing. Yeah, and
Yes,
you're hmm, okay.
yes.
Okay, so the second question I have here is how does music benefit early childhood? How do you think it benefits children from um from maybe 6 months to 5 6 years? Yeah.
Okay, so um for a 6-month-old baby, from that time, they start learning to say one or two words like da, ma, all those tiny little words. So sometimes when they listen to you sing, they are trying to pick maybe one or two syllables out of the word to repeat. So I think music is a very, very how do I put it now? It's a very important factor for a child that is growing because it even helps their help them to develop mentally, like in learning words. They are trying to understand what is happening around them, though they can see, they can at least see one or two, but they cannot say. So it is the music, probably for those that use music, it is the music they listen to, they try to pick one or two words out of it, and it's like it also helped them for fun. That is why most of the toys for babies, there's something musical about everything.
Yes.
Is either exactly is either a sound or a small baby talking inside the toy, all of that. So it kind of helps them, it excites them, kind of it set them in that mood. So I think music is a very, very critical part for a child that is growing up.
Okay. So can music be used as a tool for relaxation or stress relief? Like I know that there are things if you're stressed, if sometimes you go to the hospital, they recommend stress balls. So can music be used just the way stress balls can be used to relax yourself?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Music can be used to relax. I made mention of it when I was talking about while I was pregnant and using music to relax myself. Aside even pregnancy, for somebody like me, if I'm at work and I'm pressured, my
Yes.
go-to thing is music. You just see me plug my ears and listen to music so that I can concentrate and just forget about the stress and the pressure that is around me. So I think music is very, not even that I think, I know that music is something that is very important that helps people to kind of ease stress off them. And I believe it also helps children. And that is why sometimes when a child is going to 1, 2 years, they start reading poems, bedtime poems to them to just calm them and pamper them to sleep. So all of these things they also help a child to help their mental health as well.
Okay.
To ease better off.
Okay. So you just talked about having to sing to children to go to bed. So are there other ways that we can actually incorporate music into a child's life?
Of course, there are several ways. Okay, so there was a time I was scrolling through same Instagram, and then I saw this video of a kind of teacher trying to teach the children just normal alphabet A, B, and C. And then I saw the dimension of the teacher using it was like a reading kind of lift your leg, lift your hand kind of reading. And the children were finding it very, very interesting. So that kind of thing. Sometimes I believe strongly, sometimes some of these children that are struggling in school, just maybe if they can incorporate music in what the child is trying to learn, because it's something that is fun. Children always want where there is fun, where they can socialize, where they can move their body, dance, or where they see their peers and they are dancing, jumping. So sometimes all these things we are trying to force a child to just incorporate music into it, and you'll be amazed. By the time the child sing it 1, 2, 3, 4 times, he's already used to it. So I believe strongly
Okay.
they also incorporate it for their children, for their
Okay. So you just talked about having to use music to aid learning. So can the next question I want to ask is related to having to use music to teach children. So can parents or caregivers use music to actually teach or to make
Yeah.
learning easier for children?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. I just made mention somebody trying to sing just alphabets,
Yeah.
and the children were so excited. You will see them so eager to learn. In this world that we are, like, let's say this era, there's no force. Maybe then when we're growing up and those teachers are trying to do, you must know your age. No, it doesn't work like that again. If you don't incorporate something fun for children to learn, they'll just find you boring, and it might be hard for them to learn 1 or 2 things. So I believe strongly that if probably parents or caregivers can incorporate music, especially for children growing up from that toddler age, they will find it very, very, very easy, much easier to learn something because they believe it's fun. It's not just book. They are incorporating something like exciting to them, you get, so that they'll be able to say, okay, it's not just book. I'm catching fun. That is why children also love cartoons. Most of the time you see all these cartoons, they're always playing music. And you see the children dancing, jumping and all of that.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Okay. So, speaking of music for children, are there any specific types of music or songs that are beneficial for a child's development or a child's learning abilities? Are there any types of music or songs that they should listen to specifically?
Well, in my opinion, if I would answer that, it depends on what you want to expose your child to
Okay.
as a parent or as a caregiver. If you say, okay, there's this kind of music I want my child to listen to because I want them to learn this particular kind of attitude or character or something, I think that will also guide your decision on the kind of music they should listen to. Of course, this generation, you cannot say, okay, everything has to be religious in quotes, because of course we have different people with different beliefs. So what is going to guide you on what your children will listen to depends on you as a parent. What do you want for them? What kind of music do you want them to listen to? What kind of attitude are you incorporating into them? What kind of lifestyle do you want them to lead? So that will also aid your decision of the kind of music you expose them to at a tender age. And not forgetting that these children have a magnetic brain. So whatever you expose them to at a early age becomes a part of them and they grow with it. Yeah.
So, so you're saying that if I have a child today, or if there's a child under my care, they can listen to the kind of song I want them to listen to, depending on how I want them to actually grow in the path I want them to grow in, right?
Of course.
Okay.
Though we have music for babies, we have music, we
Okay.
have poems, we have readings for babies. But let's also leave the fact that in this world, the children are exposed to several things. And
Yeah.
that age bracket, you are more like you have I should even say maybe 900% control over their lives because
Yeah.
they don't know what is good from bad. They don't know what is right or wrong. So you are like their their guardian angel, so to speak, at that point. So you are the one that will decide, okay, this is what I want for you, this is what I don't want for you, till, of course, the child is grown up and can decide for him or herself.
Okay. Okay. So, what advice would you give to parents or caregivers that are looking to introduce music to their children at early ages?
Okay, so for caregivers or for parents who are looking to introduce music, I think it's best they start early. Like I would say, there's this thing that is taking the whole of the world now. There's this word of affirmation for
Okay.
kids, and it helps a whole lot. It helps a whole lot. It boosts the confidence of the child. It helps them, to stay strong, look into the eye of people and say, no, even if they're telling me that this is what I am, you've affirmed yourself that this is what I am. Do you get? I believe that we can also incorporate music into words of affirmation to a child. And while as they are growing, they believe in what they directly or indirectly they believe in what they listen to. So that's part of the reason why I said the parents and caregivers also um, defining what their children, because directly or indirectly they believe what they hear, they believe what they listen to. So if you say your child is going to be listening to this, then you should be able to you should know the direction the child is going to.
Wow.
So for a parent and for a caregiver, you should direct them on, if you see a child that is struggling to learn one or two, just introduce music into that thing you are trying to get the child to learn, and you will be amazed. how the child will grasp it.
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much for that. We have a question in the comment section, and someone said, "What age did you start singing?"
Being as a kid, though, I cannot even remember the age. Like, I started singing as a kid. Should I say 5? I've been singing since I was little.
Wow. Okay, so you said you're a music minister. So at what age did you take it up?
I've been a music person from childhood, so all my life I've been
Wow.
singing. So should I? So let me say maybe when I got to secondary school, then I became serious. We go for rehearsals because I grew up in reading. We have different sections for. We have children choir, we have teenagers where you compete, you go to your churches, all of that. So I became serious with it more when I was a teenager, maybe 16, thereabout. No, 16 is not teenager. So maybe I started earlier than when I was 18.
Okay. Wow, that is so wonderful. Before you started singing, before you took it up as a teenager, was there anything about it that really got you interested? I mean, like, because I know there are people that sing well, but they're not really interested, or they don't really get to sing often, you know. So was this something that really got you interested and got you really hooked with singing?
Yes. So when I was
Yeah.
small then, like I came church, I used to have a teacher then, a Sunday school teacher. Anytime she wants to teach us, she always sings. And she'll make sure she sings something that is biblical. Of course, she's trying to introduce something to us. So she's always bringing a song out of a Bible verse for us to sing. So I think that kind of shaped my music life from then. And there is nothing they want to do there for children. I always lead. I'm always leading their songs and all of that
Yeah.
since when I was a little girl. So I think that's part of what shaped my music life and my interest in music.
Okay, so someone also asked, but would you say starting early helped you in your everyday life?
I didn't get that.
The question here says, but would you say that starting early helped you in your everyday life? Like starting your music career early, do you think it helped you?
Well, I would say yes, because I got interested in music when I was small. So it kind of opened my mind. I met people, I've met interesting people, I've made decisions, I've been to places, of course, that only music has taken me to, not even my career now. So I think music really shaped me. I've met a lot of people musically. I've met a lot, like a lot of people outside my career. I must even say 80% of the people I know today was through music. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So are there any benefits? Do you think there are any benefits for introducing music to a child's life early?
Yes. It helps them mentally. It helps them to develop cognitiveness. Their brain starts learning one or two things from music.
Okay.
You see child saying that if it's just two words, you see them saying it continually da 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 da, even if it's da 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 da. It's music, regardless of how you sense to the adults. But to them,
Yes.
it's music. It might not make sense because yes, you see them saying even if it's mama 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 mama, they will continue saying it. They're trying to from even for a child to talk, they start from music. Yes, because the child starts learning if it's just two words you see them repeating it continuously till they start speaking. So I think music is very, very beneficial to a child, especially in that early age, at that early age.
Okay. Okay. So, do you have a favorite song at the moment? And would you mind singing one for us?
I have many favorite songs. So.
Okay, can you sing one for us?
Mm, okay, let me sing one that suits our current economy. Okay, so let me sing one. I still got joy in chaos. I've got peace that makes no sense. I will be going under. I'm not held by my own strength, 'cause I put my faith in Jesus. He's never let me down. He's faithful through generations. So why would he fail now? He won't. Thank
Oh,
you.
oh,
Let me stop.
that was so nice. Thank you so much for singing
You're
for us.
welcome.
So, we have no further questions on my end, and we have no further questions in the comment section. But it was so wonderful having this conversation. It was so
Thank
nice. I
you.
think so well. 10 over 10. 10 over 10. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
I,
Thank you so much
I
for having me. It's my pleasure.
thank you so much.
All right.
Have a very
All right.
wonderful, and we hope to see you again sometime soon. Thank
I'll be
you.
willing. Thank you so much. Have a lovely night rest. Bye, everyone. Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank